you to consume the food, to eat the food, all right? To prepare to prepare the food. All right, how do we say cocinar al vapor?
Steam.
How do we say
Focusing.
hold on. How do we say asar a las brasas?
Grill?
Grill. Grill.
Grill.
Barbecue.
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 Grill.
Or grill. Yeah, no problem. Grill, barbecue. No problem.
Okay.
How do we say, what's the meaning of
Fry.
fry?
Eggs.
Freír.
Fritar.
Deep fry es más fritar y fry es freír. Freír es como sin mucho aceite y fritar sí es como meter todo en aceite, ¿ok? How do we say ahumar?
Smoke.
No.
Smoke.
Smoke. What's the meaning of
Stir fry.
stir fry?
I don't know.
Sofreír. No.
Saltear.
Saltear también es una forma. Más saltear. Stir fry. Dorar. Stir fry could be like dorar, like
Sear.
sear. Sear es más sellar. ¿Ok? Sear es como sellar la comida. Sellar es que uno
Para que quede jugosa la comida.
se sofríe para que los poros se abran de la comida y absorba más el sabor del líquido en el que lo voy a vertir. ¿Ok? And what's the meaning of
Poach.
poach?
Calfar.
Lento.
Escalfar.
¿Cocido?
Escalfar. Cocer.
Yeah.
Cocer.
Cocer es casi como cocer. Escalfar. Escalfar un huevo es que usted lo pone en agua y sin usar aceite, él se cocina y lo saca y pues lo saca con la yema blandita. That's poach. Okay, good. Next. All right, I like my eggs boiled, saute, grill, poach, stir fry. Okay, now I'm going to continue with this. Rare, medium, or well done. This is the title of the text. Rare, medium, or well done. When you visit a restaurant and you ask for meat and you want to eat some meat, you say, excuse me, sir, not you, the waitress can say, excuse me, sir, do you prefer your meat rare, medium, or well done? And
Como
you
el
say,
término.
yeah. So
Okay.
to teach you a little bit more of this, to make you understand what I'm talking about, hold on, I'm going to share this video. Hold on, here you are. Okay, you can find this video if you want to watch it again here when it says class March 26, rare, medium, or well done. Okay, you want to repeat at home, or maybe your partner who wasn't here or something like that. Now everybody listen up.
We'll show you in just a few quick steps how to make sure your steak is perfect every time. You can gauge how done your steaks are by comparing the elasticity of the steak to the way the meaty part of your thumb feels as it progressively flexes. Starting with your open hand, press your index finger into the fleshy part of your palm directly under the thumb. This is how...
Okay, hold on. I want you to do the same exercise. Yeah? When you ask for food, raw food, I want you to take the palm of your hand and do exactly the same. Put your finger there. And when you ask for raw meat, your meat must be like this. Do the same exercise. try to repeat the same, okay? You guys follow me?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to repeat this part.
Starting with your open hand, press your index finger into the fleshy part of your palm directly under the thumb. This is how raw feels. Forming your thumb and index finger into an OK symbol, press again into the same spot. This is what rare feels like. Rare is a steak with a very red, cool center. Connecting your thumb and middle finger, press again into the same spot. This is what medium rare feels like. Medium rare is a steak with a red, warm center. Connecting your thumb and ring finger, press again into the same spot. This is what medium feels like. Medium is a steak with a pink center. Connecting your thumb and pinky finger, press again into the same spot. This is what well done feels like. Well done is a steak uniform in color throughout, usually a brownish red. If you are not quite ready to rely on the palm of your hand, you can safely rely on the internal temperature using a meat thermometer. 140 for rare, 150 for medium rare, 160 for medium, and 170 for well. Allow your steak to come to room temperature before cooking and let your steak rest for at least 10 minutes after cooking before you cut into it to let the juices reabsorb. Steak on!
Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And this is a good video of this. Okay, to understand what rare, medium, or well done means. Okay, here you are. And this is the reading that we are going to, the text that we are going to work on, okay? So everybody listen up.
Rare, medium, or well done? Nowadays, the media is full of advice about what we should and shouldn't eat to have a healthy diet. Few people manage to stick to the perfect diet, of course, but now it seems we can increase our chances of staying healthy just by changing the way we cook our food, especially if we eat a lot of meat. The bad news for barbecue fans is that grilling meat over an open flame creates harmful chemicals known as HCAs and PAHs that have been linked to cancer, as does frying meat at temperatures above 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Charred and well-done red meat poses the greatest risk, but overcooking chicken and fish can also produce HCAs and PAHs. HCAs form when amino acids, sugars, and creatine, a protein found in meat, react at high temperatures. PAHs form when fat and juices from meat grilled directly over an open fire drip onto the fire, causing smoke. This smoke contains PAHs that then stick to the surface of the meat. HCAs are found only in meat cooked at high temperatures, but PAHs can be found in other charred foods, such as burned toast. Following a 12-year study at the University of Texas, researchers concluded that people who regularly ate well-done meat were twice as likely to develop bladder cancer as people who ate rare meat. Well-cooked red meats like steak and lamb chops pose the highest risk. Scientists fear consuming large amounts of PAHs and HCAs could cause other cancers too. When researchers fed rodents diets supplemented with high levels of HCAs and PAHs, they developed tumors of the liver, skin, prostate, and lung, among other cancers. As yet, there is no strong evidence that high HCA and PAH consumption causes cancer in humans. The doses of HCAs and PAHs used in the animal studies was thousands of times the doses a person would consume in a normal diet. Nevertheless, the U.S. National Cancer Institute now advises people not to cook meat for a long time, especially above open flames, to turn meat throughout the cooking process, to remove any charred pieces of meat before serving, and to avoid eating foods made with meat juices, such as gravy. The UK's Food Standards Agency, meanwhile, advises people not to let flames touch meat when barbecuing it. You can also use a microwave to pre-cook meat to avoid exposing it to very high temperatures for too long. There is also another way to protect yourself from the potentially harmful effects of these chemicals. Certain meat preparation techniques have been shown to reduce the formation of HCAs and PAHs. Adding garlic, rosemary, and sage to meat before cooking, for example, blocks the formation of HCAs and PAHs. Olive oil and lemon juice have the same effect. Try cooking with olive oil or soaking meat in a garlic and lemon juice marinade. If you don't like these flavors, adding vitamin E powder to raw meat will reduce the number of HCAs and PAHs that form during cooking. Another tip is to drink green tea with your meal, as the polyphenols in green tea help our bodies get rid of carcinogenic compounds.
Okay, you understood? You understood?
So, teacher.
So, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it has a lot of vocabulary, new vocabulary, and a concept to understand. This text talks about the problem of how we cook the food. And sometimes when we, for example, barbecue the meat, it can produce cancer. Why? Because we eat charred food. Charred food means like comida quemada. And it produces some chemicals that are harmful. Harmful is like dañino for our health, para nuestra salud, right? And it is related to these chemicals, yeah, the formation, yeah. Certain meat preparation techniques have been shown to reduce the formation of HCAs and PAHs. So these are like heterocyclic amines or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. So these chemicals, when you eat these chemicals, you increase the risk of having cancer. Yeah. So there's a high risk of this. But to understand a little bit better of this, so I'm going to show you another video, just a small one, of what I'm talking about, all right? Here you are. Sorry, this is PAHs. Okay, here. Can burnt food really give you cancer? Okay, so I want you to pay attention to this this video, okay?
Summer is coming to an end, so it's time to stop enjoying all those barbecues and start worrying about cancer. Hello there, extra crispy kernels. Trace here for D-News. We all hate it when our food gets burnt. I know I've flipped over more than one table at a fancy restaurant because my Brussels sprouts weren't just overcooked, but burnt. Burnt, Jesse! I'm still bitter about it. As it turns out, my seemingly excessive displays of disgust are more reasonable than it might seem. Besides tasting and smelling absolutely awful, research has shown that burnt and overcooked food might actually cause cancer. Your mom was right, sort of. Although studies on dietary consumption of burnt food won't directly say you'll get cancer if you eat that blackened wing, the risk is still there. See, in 2002, scientists at Stockholm University found that starchy foods like French fries or garlic bread developed acrylamide after being heated to 120 degrees Celsius. The chemical is produced by a reaction between asparagine, a non-essential amino acid, and certain sugars like fructose. This chemical was not found in unheated foods or those that had been boiled and unable to reach the necessary temperature. So it's not only burnt foods, but pretty much all starchy foods exposed to high enough heat, including well done, fried, and baked. Now, you might be inclined to think that getting cancer from burning food to a crisp would work in the same way as getting cancer from smoking, and you're sort of right. That's because the cancer risk stems from a chemical called acrylamide, and acrylamide is also found in cigarette smoke. So pat yourselves on the back for being right on the money on that one. In studies where acrylamide was given to lab rats in their drinking water, it caused tumors in the lungs, thyroid, adrenal glands, and testicles. Eesh. It also seemingly caused mutations in mouse sperm DNA that can then be passed on to their offspring. So not only does it give animals cancer, but it also hurts their babies. In humans, the acrylamide irritates skin and is believed to be a tumor initiator. But the link to cancer isn't as hard and fast. In studies where it actually caused cancer in rats and mice, those animals were being fed doses roughly 1,000 to 10,000 times higher than what could possibly be found in a burnt batch of French fries or a crispy burger. Nonetheless, acrylamide is classified as a group 2A carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, meaning it probably causes cancer in humans, but not conclusively. In 2010, Harvard researchers found an increased risk of ovarian and endometrial cancer in women who didn't smoke but did eat foods with lots of acrylamide. And a meta-analysis from 2015 found that dietary acrylamide might be related to kidney cancer. Still, and again, there is no conclusive evidence that acrylamide is responsible for any of the most common cancers, like breast cancer. So since there's no direct proof, you can just limit your intake of well-cooked foods and you'll be fine, right? Not so much. See, cooked and burnt foods can still give you cancer even if you don't directly consume them because of secondhand smoke, sort of, not really, but kinda. When you cook food over an open flame, especially muscle meats like beef, pork, fish, or poultry, the drippy byproducts fall into the fire, producing two types of chemicals: polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, and heterocyclic amines. As you cook, those two chemical groups both become airborne or volatile and also are considered mutagenic, which is not a word you want associated with standing near an open barbecue pit. A mutagen is something that causes changes in your DNA, and it can lead to an increased risk of cancer. PAHs have been correlated with skin, lung, bladder, liver, and stomach cancer in animal testing. And prostate, colorectal, and pancreatic cancers have been associated with eating burnt or nearly burnt meats, which the National Cancer Institute ties to these chemical groups. Now look, this all sounds pretty scary, but remember, the studies are just pointing out these chemicals exist in the world and cause cancers sometimes. They're relatively inconclusive. Although there is some correlation between eating well-cooked meat or starchy foods cooked at high temperatures and certain types of cancers, it is nowhere near as clear as the link between, say, cigarettes and lung cancer or sun exposure and skin cancer. You can be guaranteed research is still ongoing in this area. Just moderate your intake of these risky foods and you should be okay. Plus, less mammal meat is better for you in general and the environment. Just don't grill your veggies. Cancer-free quinoa, here I come. It's not just grilled foods and starches. There is another indication that everyone's favorite belly meat, bacon, yes, bacon, might be killing you. In fact, processed meats in general were named cancer causers. But what is a processed meat? I looked at it last year and it was pretty fascinating. Check it out. Processed red meat is mammalian muscle meat, such as beef, veal, pork, lamb, mutton, horse, and goat, which has been transformed due to salting, curing, fermentation, smoking, or other processes to enhance flavor or improve preservation. What do you guys think is the best way to cook a steak? Should we get it a little crispy or keep it on the rare side? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe for more D-News, and thanks for tuning in.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to paste the link of this video if you want to repeat this link, because it will help you to understand what we are referring to in this text. And the first thing that I want you to do for the next class is to study the new vocabulary, all the new vocabulary you find here, or listen up to me. Yeah, you're listening to me?
Yes.
Okay. Every single new word you find, please have a search in your dictionaries. Look them up, right? For example, nowadays the media is full of advice about how we should or shouldn't eat to have healthy diet, right? Healthy, what is healthy?
Saludable.
Yeah, good. Few people manage to stick. Manage to. What is manage to?
¿Logran?
¿No?
¿Logran?
Lograr, arreglárselas, already. Few people manage to stick to the perfect diet. What is to stick to the perfect diet? Stick to.
Pegar.
Mantener.
Adherirse.
Excuse me?
Se adhiere.
Adherirse a la dieta perfecta, right? Of course, but now it seems we can increase our chances. What is increase?
Incrementar.
Aumenta.
Incrementar.
Incrementar.
Yes, our chances of staying healthy, but just changing the way we cook our food, especially if we eat a lot of meat. The bad news for barbecue fans is that grilling meat over an open flame creates harmful. What is harmful? I told you already. Harmful.
Nocivo.
Nocivo, dañino. Chemicals known as HCAs and PAHs that have been linked to cancer, as does frying meat at temperatures above 300 Fahrenheit. Charred and well done. What is charred? I told you already.
Carbonizado.
Yeah, carbonizado. Well done. Red meat poses. What is to poses? Poses the greatest risk. What is poses? Nothing? No, don't worry. But overcooking chicken, So you're going to find a lot of new vocabulary here. I want you to study the vocabulary. Number one, study the vocabulary. Number two, for the next class, I want you to send me an image of your homework income, right? Inbox, sorry, inbox. So I want you to make a review of every single paragraph here, yeah, every paragraph, in a drawing, just in a picture, yeah? Un dibujo, yeah, of every paragraph, yeah, of what happens, yeah, in every paragraph. What the paragraph wants to tell us. One, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Okay, make a picture, a drawing. Yeah, just write paragraph number 1 and the drawing. Paragraph number 2, the drawing. Okay, maybe in a blank paper. Second, you are going to visit. Moodle, and in Moodle, you're going to find these quizzes. Visit quizzes and try this game with the vocabulary. So you make sure that you understand the vocabulary to learn this unit. Try to get as the maximum score you can. No matter if you try 1, 2, 3, 4 times, no problem. Try to get the maximum score. The code is this, and have fun, right? Do it before Saturday, because on Saturday, we are going to retake the topic, and I want you to study this at home. You guys understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
teacher.
all for today. I'm going to stop right now, because I want you to have these 30 minutes, 25 minutes to visit quizzes, or to start learning the vocabulary, right? Checking the vocabulary. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, and that's all for the next class. We are going to finish right now because you have a lot of work to do, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No, teacher.
Yeah, perfect?
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, have a good night and take care.
Good night, teacher. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Good
teacher.
night. Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.